HHC episode 19 is here.
Number 2 of season 2. That's wild, eh? That's some pretty good work.
And it's Black History Month. The
Yes,
tail end of it.
the
So happy Black History Month.
last couple of days, and it speaks volumes because we're a hip hop podcast, and what we do is we talk about albums from the past and the present that are specifically hip hop. We talk about the beats, the bars, the rhymes, the fairy tales surrounding the album, the mythology, the relevance, what matters to whether it matters or not now, and probably the most important thing, we really approach these albums with a critical eye.
Yes.
Give some of them the reverence they deserve. Give some of them the scorn that they deserve.
Right.
And what we do is we certify the albums on a scale of 5 CDs because we're 90s teens, and that's the medium that we used when we were in the 90s. It was all CDs. And if an album is good enough, it gets a certified 90s OG 5 CD tag.
And we're very subjective, and we don't sugarcoat anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of reviews out there, reviewers, and they just, everything is great. Nothing is bad.
They play politics, right?
Right?
They want everything.
And we don't do that. We're not here, obviously, for the money. We're not here for any of that. If that all comes, great. Mm-hmm. But we're just two hip-hop fans giving you the reels.
Yeah. And 19 episodes, how many albums have you given a 5 to?
I want to say, what, one?
Just one.
Right?
Just one.
Correct? I have to think
so
about
we
that,
have one unanimous.
Yes.
Which is the End for Life album. That's a unanimous.
NWA.
And then I gave Bone Thugs Creeping on the Come Up a 5 because it's one of my favorite albums.
Right.
And it's it's one of those albums that was foundationally really important to me. And I feel like the album that we're talking about today is foundationally important to this next generation.
Right.
My kids' age, the mid-20 somethings, this is religion to them. This album is religion to them.
Right.
Yeah. It's mentioned in the halls of hip hop like Dead Presidents is to us.
Right. That's a good comparison.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's at.
It actually reminded me of, after listening to it, it reminded me of Tupac's Me Against the World album.
Ooh.
I don't know why, I found like a correlation there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
the impact.
And
it was like a love letter.
Yep.
In a way. There was some struggle in that album.
And very introspective.
Right?
Yep.
So it was kind of a modern day, and you could call him a modern day pop in some sense.
For sure. I would say he's more in the style of Nas, where he's the observer of the experience.
Right.
Whereas Pac made you feel like he was living the experience.
That's a good point.
And Nas always said he was street adjacent.
Yeah.
So he would always be able to see things.
He was on the bench,
the sidelines.
but he wasn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Pac, in his mind, was right in the middle of everything. And it's interesting because the album we're talking about, before we go any further, is J. Cole, For Your Eyez Only. And when I was listening to the album, I'm like, man, Cole and Kendrick have had a very similar trajectory as far as the way the albums came out. So 2014 Forest Hill Drive is considered Cole's magnum opus.
Right.
Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City is considered one of his greatest, but then To Pimp a Butterfly is like the one that he won all the awards for.
Right.
And then they both dropped the banger album. Kendrick dropped Damn. J. Cole dropped KOD.
Right.
All bangers. I think the difference is Kendrick had no drop off. Whereas Cole's last album is a little bit of a drop off.
Right.
Not this most recent one, The Fall Off, but the one that came out before that. What is the album called?
That's the one with the basketball hoop, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the basketball hoop that covers all in flames and stuff.
Yeah.
No, the one with the basketball hoop is
or is that before that one?
That's Forest Hills Drive. But the one that came after KOD, that one was supposed to be like it's all produced by Cole.
Right.
Personally, for me, it wasn't one of his better albums.
Right.
But this album, by far, I think is one of his more superior projects. But before we get into that, there's got to be so much news.
I mean, a month's worth of news.
So much news.
So we got to compress it. Obviously, we can't share everything. Too much
yeah, for sure.
You want to go first? You want me to go ahead?
Okay, you jump into
something
it.
Out there? All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So it's been a couple of weeks, but Super Bowl.
Right.
The Super Bowl happened. Now the Super Bowl is not hip hop this year, but it's still relevant in what we talk about.
Absolutely.
Which is the culture.
For sure.
Right? People of color.
Yeah.
Right? Bad Bunny The headliner.
Yes.
There's a lot of controversy behind this coming into it. Oh, he only sings in Spanish. How can that? I mean, that's the total opposite of what the Super Bowl stands for, right? For people.
America's game.
Yeah, America's game. How is this possible? I know, honestly, before this whole thing, I knew maybe one or two Bad Bunny songs. Not to say I don't like him. I just don't know a lot of his music.
Yeah.
My wife listens to him quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I was happy. I was like, hey, I mean, who gives a shit who's performing, right? If they're hot, they're hot.
Because
right?
what language it is?
What
kind of nonsense is that?
I mean, next year you might have a country western singer who's maybe blowing up. I mean, who knows what?
I doubt it, but you're right.
Right, but you never know, right? Well, yeah, I mean, not
Jay-Z coping, no country singer on there.
But it's who's hot at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny might not be hot 5 years from now, but anyway.
Shout out to the live viewers. Much love, y'all. Appreciate it.
So, anyways, Bad Bunny, and it's coming at such a intricate time with ICE and let's face it, a lot of the people who are getting deported are from the Latin background.
Oh, for sure.
Background, right?
For sure, yeah.
So this kind of hits home because you got two parties here.
Yeah.
You got one party that's like, we don't want any of this, and you got one party that's like, this is great. I saw the performance. Did you?
Oh,
watch
yeah.
Okay, so what was your take on it?
So I knew more of Bad Bunny from movies at that point. I hadn't gotten into his music too heavy.
Yeah.
I thought he was super talented, obviously as an actor.
Funny guy.
See him out here. Style-wise, he was really cutting edge style-wise. I'm personally not the dude that's going to do his nails and dresses and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but if you can pull it off, much respect and props to you. If you can wear a dress and women still want you, I think you're doing the damn thing in a way that most men can't.
Tu Wong Fuing it.
You know, like that's a real kind of sex appeal that is not as common now. Where you can be really masculine man and still pull off the feminine looks and still get all the love from the women. So for me, when I see that shit, I'm like, that's he's doing things. I think this is a crazy comparison, but I think Pac set the stage for a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
Because Pac was wearing, he would wear those
like the leather
corsets, like a corset in hip hop.
I get it.
And Pac was like a reality. I don't want to kind of call it gangster rap, the reality rap of stuff. Pac would wear the corsets and the in a bathtub covered in jewelry, all naked and stuff.
True.
And Versace runways and D&G runways. He was doing these kind of things.
He was more, I want to say, flaboyant.
Absolutely.
In a sense, right?
While still maintaining that masculine, real man feel, right?
Absolutely.
So men can see that and be like, yo, I could dress like that. I could. So I think that in this way, Bad Bunny's great for a lot of people. I feel like a lot of cultures are way more open with sexuality than North America is, or Indian culture is.
They're a lot more comfortable, right?
For sure. There's a lot of repression in all these other cultures, but I feel like with Latin culture, it's very sexual, very sensual, really beautiful. Now,
they love hard.
Dude, and passion.
Right.
The passion is everything.
Right.
Now when I hear Nueva, dude, I'm telling you, this song is making me do things on the streets that make me look like a crackhead.
Right.
I'll play this song in the morning when I leave for work, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm dancing in the streets.
It gives you those vibes.
Just makes you it makes me want to jump out of my skin. And I feel like that is something that, and here's the great thing about the performance. I was sitting here watching the performance, and it made me like heavily emotional.
Right.
And I didn't understand a word. The thing that made me emotional is the way he was gliding through all of the things that are happening in the U.S. right now politically.
Right.
While performing, while carrying the football the whole time, representing. And I feel like the representation was huge. Because, he's representing the migrant workers that are being deported. He's representing all the Mexican people that used to consider California a part of Mexico, Texas a part of Mexico, all of those people, plus all of South America.
Yep.
Plus one thing that he did, which I don't think a lot of people paid attention to, was he named all of the countries in the Americas.
Right.
Including Canada.
Canada
got a shout out too. So it made me really emotional because I saw the happiness and the pride. And you go on social media, you see a whole bunch of, you see families that are from the Latin American persuasion, and they're watching him and they're in tears and crying and overwhelmed. And it really hit me because it's like, there's going to be a day where there's going to be an Indo-Fijian artist on some platform, whether he's winning an Oscar or Grammy or maybe not even that big.
Right.
Maybe just streams 1 million copies of a solo album.
Right.
And then there'll be some Indo-Fijian kid at home watching that guy, like, I could do that.
I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Right? We're getting to that point.
So
it's a proud moment for the culture.
Absolutely.
It's a proud moment for the Latin community.
Yeah.
But it's a proud moment for just people in general.
Yes.
Right?
I would think so.
I mean,
And the hate,
how could you hate on that?
the hate that
It's tough because I mean see a lot of people are saying, well, we don't understand any of it. It's not that we hate him, it's that, well, we don't understand the music. But
it's nonsense.
The music is bigger than
dude, it's nonsense,
than anything else.
Dude, Michael Jackson is performing in front of over 100,000 people in a country where they don't speak any English.
Absolutely.
And every single person in the crowd knows every word to a Michael Jackson song, but they don't understand the language. It's not about the language. Music transcends
it does.
Language. It is culture. And I think if you are a cultured person, you can appreciate culture.
Absolutely.
And I think Bad Bunny smashed it. And shout out to Jay-Z for making sure that the Super Bowl halftime show is relevant.
And it's funny because when Jay first took all this over, a lot of people were like, what is he going to do with it? He's just selling out.
Yeah.
They
were calling him a puppet.
Remember?
It's a puppet position.
You weren't sure what was and look what he's done.
Dude, he's redefining it.
Kendrick, Bad Bunny, Usher,
what a
Rihanna.
Run.
I mean, come on.
What a run, man.
I mean,
huge shout out to Jay, man. He's doing a great job with the NFL. I know this is a really touchy time to be talking about Jay-Z because although nothing has been proven,
and there's
no real allegations against him.
No, he's an easy target.
He's at the top of the heap. He's been at the top of the heap forever. Absolutely. His wife is Beyonce.
Yep.
The conspiracy theories abound and are endless.
He's very rich and he's very successful.
Extremely
so of course, let's bring down another black man. Right?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there are things that Jay-Z may have done that are shady. You know, I think
he's not totally innocent.
Yeah, I think Dame has made it very clear about how he feels about those things.
And we're talking about like the back in the days with Aaliyah and
Foxy Brown. She was super young, and even Beyonce when she was underage. She was 17 when they started dating.
Right? Exactly. So
I think the problem is very similar to what happened with R. Kelly. For a long time, these crimes were considered victimless, because the women that were involved in these situations didn't say that anything criminal happened. It was more of a consensual, and again, you can't consent when you're underage. But when they became of age, they didn't go and pursue charges.
Do you think it would have been different if you were dealing with a 17-year-old and an 18 or 19-year-old as opposed to 17 and maybe a 27-year-old? Like the age gap. Like if it was a 20-year-old, if Jay was 20, and Beyonce was 17, it wouldn't.
It's not as big of an issue.
But because of the age gap, it looks a little.
It's like 11 years, right? I think he was almost 30 when she was 17.
Something like that.
And then when you look at it like that, like I have an 18-year-old daughter, and if a 30-year-old man tried to date my daughter, he would probably not be living.
So you wouldn't allow it?
No, hell no.
Right.
Hell no, because that's a grown man, and a grown man.
I'm with you.
Understands how to manipulate somebody in a way that, someone that's your own age doesn't really have the power to do.
Right.
They can influence you with money and home and all these other things, whereas another 17-year-old kid doesn't have that ability. You're just two 17-year-olds.
So when do you stop looking at the gap?
I mean,
how about if she's 20 and he's 40?
Shit. See,
I mean, would you oppress
the problem is, just because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay. Right?
But you can't control that at some point.
Absolutely. Like, I would say personally, as a parent, if you are in my house, living with me, I would say that you have to follow certain rules that
I respect that.
I would set. And if you can't, then go find your own place to live. And I've been very clear with my kids from the get-go,
I'm with you on that.
There's certain things that I want done. This is how they should be done. And if you don't do it that way, then you don't live with me. Because I pay the bills.
Right.
And you benefit from me being your parent.
Absolutely.
And there's a trade-off in that situation. But I feel like because of this animosity towards a lot of people that are in the Epstein files, because, again, it is endless.
It is.
Jay's name gets mentioned.
Dragged through.
And this, again, zero allegations. All the stuff about Jay.
Anything. It's just
that he's mentioned. That, certain
a lot of people were mentioned, but they're not involved.
Yeah, like certain people wanted favors to get tickets to Jay-Z concerts.
Right.
So his name gets mentioned. So there's weird things like that. But, I mean, unfortunately, I do feel like there's going to be more things that are going to surface.
And why do you feel that?
Well, so there's supposedly 3 million pages.
Right.
And a lot of them have been redacted and shut away. And I don't think Epstein files are going to be what's Jay's undoing. I feel like there's going to be another story that kind of filters through the cracks that causes him problems.
Do you think it's going to go down the Diddy route?
No, I don't think it's like that. No. No.
Do you think it's going to tarnish his reputation?
I don't think he just seems so Teflon, man.
He does.
And Beyonce is that person.
She is.
Right? Like, no one can sit here and say Beyonce is like a captive in this situation. Beyonce is the one.
She really is.
Right? She's not going to be with somebody. And, you know, they've gone through their battles very publicly.
Absolutely.
Beyonce.
It's not green pastures over there.
Yeah, like she made a whole album about him. Right? And then they made an album together where she's calling him out on songs. Right. And he's apologizing on songs.
And he's admitting and apologizing to it.
Yeah. So I feel like as a couple, they've done all the right things. And, you know, you see Jay-Z at, like, he was at the Super Bowl with Blue Ivy and the Twins.
Yeah.
They're taking pictures and stuff. So it seems like he's a good dad.
I would say so.
We don't know that.
No, but I would think so.
Yeah, I would say based on how the kids react to him, he seems like a good dad.
Yeah, that's a good
that's
point.
where you gauge your
That's a good point.
thing, right?
That's a good point.
You don't gauge it based on how the parent is.
Right.
But if the kid's comfortable holding on to you,
smiling,
close to you,
it seems
legit. Yeah, those are natural kid tendencies. It seems like he's doing the right things. And Beyonce can't go anywhere because she's just going to get mobbed everywhere she goes. But this was originally the topic of conversation originally before we ended up on this.
On the tangent that we went on.
yeah. Where do we even start this? Because it was hip hop news. Bad Bunny.
Okay, so ultimately, so for me, the message was bigger than the performance. And why I say that is because, like I said, the songs were great, but not my cup of tea per se.
Right,
okay?
right.
Just not all of them. Some of them were good.
Yeah.
But like, it just didn't move me in that sense.
Right.
But the message and what you said, how he I think he had some other nationalities in there too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
Right. So he kind of mixed it up.
And really represented the Afro-Caribbean part.
Yeah, and that really, you're like, you do get emotional because he really tried to cover everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and really made a point to emphasize,
as like we're all one.
And you know, there's some cool little celebrity shout-outs. You know, you had Javier Bardem, Jessica Alba, the OG honey, who, by the way, when we were talking about it in the group chat, and I was like, talking about how honey kind of like changed the game. I went back and saw some of the clips from Honey, and man, she couldn't really dance.
No, but she was fine.
She's
still fine.
We got caught up in that part of it.
Yeah.
But she couldn't really dance.
No.
But yeah, there's some cool celebrity cameos. Cardi B was in the mix.
Cardi B.
Which I think is really dope. She's really got her pulse on what is popping with culture.
Cardi B has taken over the crown from Nicki Minaj.
And ran with it.
In regards to not necessarily the greatest MC,
the music
female,
side, yeah,
but the biggest hip hop female MC. I think you can't argue with that. I think Meg is close.
Yeah.
But I think right now
Meg
Cardi B's got the stranglehold. Cardi B is bigger than, she's a brand
for sure. Like, Meg doesn't talk enough about. She doesn't talk enough about herself. Like, she doesn't put herself out there enough. But Cardi B.
She's just legitly the same that she's like. If you guys remember her from Love and Hip Hop, she used to be on that back in the days, and nobody gave a shit about her.
I didn't know that.
And she's still the same. She's still the same. She hasn't changed much, man.
She's
just
straight
the money. And you got to respect that on some level.
And she's promoting Jasmine Crockett in the state of Texas to win
the.
Huge shout out to Jasmine Crockett. Fearless intellect. I hope she stays APAC free, but that's a whole other conversation.
So overall, you like the performance?
Absolutely, very happy with the performance.
And did the performance propel your interest in his music?
Absolutely. The next day, I went through his whole catalog and I added like a dozen songs to playlists.
Right.
Because I've always liked that style of music.
Yeah.
And for me, the dance is a big part of it.
Right.
And I'm with somebody that dances really well. So I love the idea of playing music and my girl is just like ready to throw down.
Right.
I love that shit.
Right.
So yeah, I like to move. I like the way music moves me, and Bad Bunny is one of those artists that just move
shout out
it.
to Bad Bunny, and hopefully we're going to see more of that, more cultural stuff coming into the Super Bowl, because let's face it, man, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, everybody's going to be a lot of people are going to be a mixed race.
Yeah.
So things are going to change, man.
As long as there's no K-pop, and I'm sure Jay-Z knows better than to put a K-pop artist there. As long as there's no K-pop, I'm good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, another topic. T.I. versus 50 Cent.
Shit.
Now this is a beef we didn't see happening like this.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, you're under a rock at this point, because this is bigger than hip hop now. I mean, it's really on TMZ, it's everywhere. Yeah. So T.I. and 50 Cent are going at it hard. And this kind of stemmed from T.I. Years ago when Versus first started, T.I. had reached out to 50 and said, "Hey, we should do a Versus."
Which is a really good one.
Right. And he declined, and he said, "Nah, no." Politely declined, said, "Nah, I'm not with it," and that's fine. And now T.I. He's coming back with his final album, "The King Is Dead," titled "The King Is Dead." It's his final album, as he says, and he released some bangers. Let Him Know, the first single with Pharrell. I mean, that still pops off.
Crazy.
So now he kind of he basically reached out to 50 again on a public platform and be like, "Yo, 50, let's do this. Let's do the Verses. Everybody wants it. The culture wants it." And then that kind of, I think it irked 50 because he's already said no, and now you're talking right, and 50's in a different space, so it's kind of fueled this little online back and forth. First, it was a little bit of banter, and then 50 went at Tiny, which
I'm a
is
computer tech. I put on my glasses and I'm a computer tech.
Aries Spears. It's great.
Aries Spears.
Yeah. Is that you doing 50 or is that you doing
Aries?
Doing 50. Yeah. That's what I thought. That was good.
Second hand.
Yeah, that was the second hand. Yeah, that's really good. And now, so in hip hop beef, a lot of people say like family's off limits.
Yeah.
But then Tupac said, "I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." So
I don't think family's off limits in hip hop. Nah, I don't think it is. I mean, I think Ice Cube.
I mean, it can't be, right?
It can't be.
You might not like it.
Yeah.
But it can't be. So now 50 took it he took it to the wife, and now T.I. But it's not just T.I. It's T.I. and the kids.
Yeah.
So T.I.'s got a couple of sons, but 3 of them are actually somewhat in the music realm. One is King, the youngest one, and then you got Damani, who's kind of an MC, and then there's one, I forget the other one, but Damani and King have released separate diss tracks and shots fired at 50. So it's kind of like T.I. and the family versus 50. The way I look at it is, if they did, and I'm a 50 fan,
yeah,
and I'm a T.I. fan,
yeah,
but I'm a 50 fan. I mean, I'm going to be biased here, and you know that.
Yep.
If they did a versus 20 versus, if they did 20 tracks, T.I. is losing.
For sure.
In my opinion.
For sure.
If they did a 10 versus 10, that would be interesting.
It's much closer.
Much closer.
Yeah.
I still think 50.
Dude, 50's got
That's my opinion.
50's got genre defining music.
That's the thing.
T.I.'s got region defining music.
Well
like, he is the sound of Atlanta.
Well put.
Right?
Yeah, well put.
50 became the sound of hip hop. Like, everything copied 50 after that Get Rich or Die Trying came out. Everybody wanted to be the next 50.
And a lot of people say, and I'm one of them, that he literally brought gangster rap back.
Yeah.
That album at that time, what was gangster coming out of?
No, nothing, because at that time you had Kanye about to take over the game.
The game when documentary came afterwards. That was a gangster album too.
Yeah.
But I mean, at that time, we were what was it really? It was Jay.
Yeah.
It was Nelly.
I mean, that's not gangster rap.
I mean, you're right. It was. I mean, hip hop was big, but it wasn't gangster like that. And then 50. I mean, Get Rich or Die. That whole album. I mean, is very, very
one of the greatest. Right? One of the greatest solo debuts in history.
Absolutely.
Of music.
And then from there, he branches out to G Unit.
Yeah.
And then he's got club hits. He's got pop hits.
Yep.
This guy's got collabs. And like I said, and Elite said it the best. T.I. is Atlanta.
Yeah.
He does have a couple of real big hits with like Rihanna and Live Your Life and that were huge commercial successes. But when you really look at it, T.I., it's not a fair comparison.
Dude, 50's, and again, for me personally, I don't really fuck with 50 all the way through because he's a real dick.
Yeah.
I
get it.
And I get why people love him, because he's the bully, right? He's the bully, he's super, and he's very smart. He's not just a belligerent bully. He will ruin your career, bully.
Right.
He'll ruin your career with a fucking Instagram post. He's that guy.
But when people, he even says, listen, he says, listen, I'm not petty, and I'm not the bully. People start it with me, and then I end it.
Gotta retaliate.
But and that's kind of fair. Like the whole Ja Rule thing, there was a reason for that.
For sure.
He still believes that he got set up and the job, and he'll never let that go.
And Ja believes that 50 is responsible for the chain snatching.
Right.
So there's always going to be that.
There's always going to be that thing, right? But if you look at his trajectory of beef, whoever he's gone after, there's always been there's been a reason. Whether it's
Yes.
DJ Khaled, whether it's Rick Ross,
Diddy.
either they said something first
Yeah.
or something irked him.
Yeah.
But you're right, he's not a saint by any means. But he can end careers. T.I. can't end careers. I think he thinks he can end careers, but he can't.
He can't end careers, but what he can do is he can make your life difficult in areas where he's king.
That's true.
And I don't think 50's gonna be affected by that. I think 50's got his own little bubble.
Right.
He can kind of move however he wants, wherever he wants.
Yeah.
But 50 is the kind of fame he introduced lexicon to hip hop that is gonna be synonymous forever.
Absolutely.
Every single time someone has a birthday, every single time,
Absolutely.
go shorty, it's your birthday. He has created things in music that are timeless.
50 Cent went on a tour last year. It was the 20th anniversary, 2004, sorry. It was the 20th anniversary of Get Rich or Die Trying. And he had about 30 tour dates, and every date was sold out.
Which is crazy because
Off of his first album. Now, how many rappers can say they can tour off of one album? 20 years later, with kids who are in their 20s going, that. I mean,
well, the thing
that's
is,
very rare.
It's a no-skip album.
It really is.
Right? And I haven't heard it in a very, very long time, but I just remember the feeling of listening to it when it first came out. And it's just like repeat.
What up, gangs? I mean, this thing is...
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
It really is.
Now, do you think that is a fair... I don't think T.I. is a qualified opponent. As much as I like T.I., I don't think he's on that level of 50 Cent. I really don't.
I would say skill-wise, he absolutely is. Hit-wise, there's no...
Yeah. Okay, I'd agree with that. T.I. can rap.
T.I.
for sure.
Rap, man.
For
he
sure.
Can fucking spit. He was on the LA Leakers, did a freestyle on the LA Leakers. The shit was fire.
No, T.I. can rap.
Yeah.
No question about it.
But on the hit thing, there's very few artists that can bang with 50 on the hit side.
And that's what Versus is about.
Because he's got horrible songs that are massive hits, like Magic Stick.
Yeah.
Candy Shop. Window Shopper, like these are all trash songs that are massive hits.
Absolutely.
He killed most artists' career just with this bad
Disco Inferno.
Just with his bad hits. Not even getting to the really good shit that he's done.
And we're not even talking about like the G-Unit stuff. We're not talking about the Eminem collabs. We're not talking about all that other stuff.
Yeah,
Come on,
no,
man.
50. I can't think. I mean, there's obviously artists that can go with 50 in the verses.
Yeah. I don't think T.I.'s the guy. I think T.I.'s smart.
Yeah.
Because this is all hype for the album.
For sure.
Whether it's good or bad press, it's press.
And the music is going to be great. This is what T.I. is supposed to do. He's a hip hop artist. Again, he's one of the best from the South.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm really excited.
I don't agree with the title King of the South.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
No.
I think I mean, of course, you want to label yourself that because
Okay, who's your King of the South?
it wouldn't be.
Oh, it can only be one person.
Oh.
It can only be one person. Sham over here said Scarface.
And you know what? That's a solid choice. Are we talking about just rapping? What are we talking about?
King of the South for hip hop.
Okay,
for the culture.
But are we talking musically? Are we
It could
talking
be whatever
impactful?
your parameter is for whatever you would consider the King of the South. We're not talking just lyrics. We're not talking just music. We're talking about if you had to define the South and you were to pick one person that means that for the South.
If I was gonna say impactful, in my opinion, like just in general, I would say Master P. Impact,
which just makes sense
because he did everything.
Which just makes sense.
And let's face it, although Outkast said, the South has something to say.
Yeah.
Master P actually did something.
Yeah, he shoved it down their throats.
Right.
He made himself impossible to ignore.
We had Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
Right. We had Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
We had Outkast. We had the South. But when P came on, he not just brought No Limit. He brought the spotlight to Cash Money.
Yeah, he fucked it all up
to everybody.
Yeah, he fucked it all up.
Right. And then after that birthed everybody else coming from. I mean, T.I. is probably there because of P.
For sure.
Right?
Sure.
So,
but for me, my King of the South, I gotta agree with Sham. It's Scarface.
Now that was impactful.
Yeah.
You're talking about musically?
I just mean for me personally, when I think of the South, the first thought that comes to my head is Scarface.
Right. I mean, I think musically, I would say hip hop wise, I would say there's three I would go with: Scarface, Lil Wayne, or Bun B.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
For me, Bun
Okay.
B,
Okay.
like that Bun B, man.
Yeah.
Like he's so underrated,
One of the illest.
man.
Yeah, Scarface for me though, man.
But Scarface is Scarface, man. Scarface is Scarface.
We've talked a little bit about Face before on here.
Yeah.
And I said it before. I think Face is like hip hop Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I feel like the emotional IQ that he takes into music,
Right.
is second to none. Second to none.
I think he was the first. He was the first rapper from the South that New York gave respect to.
Well, dude,
Like, you know what I mean? New York would be like, okay, that guy can rap.
just think about how like the perspective he takes when he raps. Like, never seen a man cry when he's talking about someone dying. When you listen to the lyrics of that,
Yeah.
you like personally for me. When I hear that song, I feel like I'm sitting beside
Yeah.
someone's bed and they're dying.
He's painting you a picture.
It's flawless.
He's painting
and then
you a
even
picture.
when, you know,
Ghetto Boys.
one of the
and
most
all
popular
that.
songs ever,
Mind Playing
Playing
Tricks.
Tricks on Me, the way he lays out,
Yeah.
I sit alone in a four-corner room staring at candles. Like the way it just,
It's true.
you're there with him.
And then he's got the voice.
Voice.
Right? He's got a very unique voice.
The cadences.
So, you know, I wouldn't be mad at that, man.
Yeah.
And Scarface is a perfect choice for that.
But shout out T.I., man. If you're gonna take aim at
Listen.
somebody, you take aim at who's hot.
yeah, I mean, it's
what
it's,
it is.
It's not a David Goliath thing. It's
For sure.
They're pretty close.
For sure.
It's just that 50's just on a little bit on another level, and T.I., like you said, I think it's that it's like in Juice. Remember when they're like, "You're local."
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it
And,
is,
and
right?
obviously, we know T.I. is not local,
No,
obviously.
but in that scenario,
But in comparison to 50,
right.
50's on, like, Ellen, right? And then can do, like, Jimmy Kimmel and all of those daytime talk shows.
That's kind of what we're saying.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. So hopefully, listen, I'm all for the smoke.
Yeah, I love
Listen,
it.
beef. If history shows anything,
Yeah.
hip hop beef has brought out some of the best music.
Yes.
Now, am I condoning what happens within the
Yeah.
beef, the violence? No, absolutely not. And everybody, I've listened to a lot of podcasts because everybody's talking about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and they're all saying, listen, as long as it doesn't get violent,
Yeah.
or gets really. Because not T.I.'s hitting his against 50's mom. Now that might touch a nerve.
Because she's not here anymore, right?
No,
She
she's
passed?
not here anymore, and I think that might. I don't know.
But
I don't
50,
know. But listen, he throws it out there, so I get it.
today, the silent partner in the podcast posted in our group
Absolute
chat
silent,
the
yeah.
fucking 50 Cent with T.I.'s wife as a Oompa
Oompa
Loompa.
Loompa.
Like, that he's so cold-blooded. Honestly, 50...
Look up the image. It's wild.
It's on IG right now.
and it's so disturbingly
dickhead.
accurate.
What a dickhead. Like, 50 does the kind of shit that makes you want to fight him.
You imagine if that's your wife? And you
Oh,
gotta look at that.
dude. I would want...
All the money in the world can't stop that.
It would be like hands on site. We have to fight now.
And then
Right?
what are you gonna? What is T.I. gonna do?
Because 50 can fight too.
I mean, T.I. What is it, like 5'6"?
5'5", but yeah.
140 pounds. Come on, what are
50
you
used
gonna
to
do?
50 used to semi-pro box. Knocking his fucking... And see, that's another reason why he can be a bully.
Yeah, because
Because he knows.
nobody's
You're
gonna
not going
mess
to
with
check
him.
me in person. The game was the only threat.
Really? Yeah.
Because the game's a giant. He's
Yeah.
like 6'4".
And the game lyrically
Could fuck him up.
really went at him.
Yeah, and for numbers...
Yeah. But everybody
Wise.
else, Rick Ross, this guy, that guy, Ja Rule,
They're all targets.
they all tried.
They're all targets.
Didn't work. And even Fat Joe, they're buddies now.
Made peace.
right?
They made peace because of the mutual management.
So Chris Lighty,
Chris Lighty.
who was the president of Violator Records,
R.I.P. Chris Lighty.
R.I.P. He was really impactful in 50's initial career.
Yeah, yeah.
50's initial album
Yeah.
signing
50,
and all that.
it's rare for 50 to give props. He always gives Lighty
Always.
props. Yeah.
And Lighty was behind Missy,
Yeah.
and Busta, and Fat Joe. So
Violator was popping, man.
Violator was huge at one time. Violator even had an album. They had an
Yeah.
album. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't know if
The
you
cover
remember.
was
Not Late
animated.
Now. It was a cartoon. Yeah.
Amazing.
And so when he died, BET, the Hip Hop Awards, they did a tribute to Chris Lighty, and then they all came out and rapped, and then that's where they chopped it
50
up,
and Joe
which was dope.
squashed
And
it.
they always said 50 always said it wasn't personal. It was just because you were with Ja Rule,
Yeah.
and you were in the New York,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and
You have to receive
and
smoke.
he respected that, but there wasn't actually nothing actually happened between the two. It's just like, hey, You picked a side, and it was what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah,
sure.
we're off with the beef. Let's see what happens.
Keep it on wax.
I don't see a versus coming out of this.
Nah.
50's not doing a
Please
versus.
don't do that shit.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you scared?" No, you know what? Jay's not doing a versus. Dr. Dre's not doing a versus.
Some artists don't need to,
Eminem's
man.
not. So why does 50 have to do a versus?
Some artists
He's
don't
on
need
their
to.
level. He's on their level.
Yeah.
So if he's not doing it, you should be checking some of these other people and asking them why they're not doing a versus.
And it's funny because someone actually just yesterday was in the comments from our top 5 episode.
Yeah, okay.
Talking about how, because I said, someone came in the comments and said nobody would be able to fuck with M in a versus.
Right.
And then I said, nah, that's cute, but nobody can fuck with Pac in a versus.
Right.
Nobody could come close to Pac in
Right.
a versus. And the only artist I can think of that could really go against Pac would be Jay.
You know what? You're probably right.
Jay-Z versus Pac, 20 songs each.
He would be I don't think there would be anybody else on it.
That'd be so much fun.
Because Jay's got 20 certifiable hits.
For sure.
And impactful hits, not just hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think it'd be no win.
Yeah.
The last piece of news for me is so veteran rappers are on the comeback. We were just talking about T.I.
Yeah.
Started his career in 01, 02. We're in 2026, and his latest single is number 43 on the Billboard chart.
Crazy.
Now that might sound crazy, like what's 43? No, that's pretty impressive.
It's all independent.
For a guy who's on a 20+ year career, and some of you young folks might call him Unk.
He's almost 50.
That's what it is, right?
For sure.
So he's coming back with a bang, and then I don't know if you heard, but Trick Daddy just released a single.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And
I haven't heard the single, but I heard you drop one.
It's solid. I heard it. It's
crazy.
solid. Listen to it. And then Juvenile. It's coming back with a new album.
I love that.
He's connecting with Manny Fresh, and he's connecting with KLC from No Limit.
Shit!
And I heard
Shout out
some
Juvenile.
stuff,
I love that.
And shout outs to Juvenile and Manny Fresh. They got the 400 podcast. They got a podcast together, and they've done a couple episodes. It's really good. But I'm an old head, and I love the fact that we got the old school guys coming back.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it. They always used to say hip hop's a young man's game,
Right.
a young man's game.
Right.
And because I think it was a young art form.
Absolutely.
And we didn't let artists get old.
No.
Right? And the crazy thing is, it kind of goes hand in hand with my next story. So, Lil Yachty was talking some shit about how if you listen to old hip hop music, it's kind of bad, right? And then he brought up Sugar Hill Gang, hip hop, hip. And the thing is,
right.
you can say what you want about Sugar Hill Gang, but when someone like Lil Yachty that can't put more than 2 syllables together in a word,
Right.
where everything is, it literally sounds like someone's being strangled, and then try to do hip hop, a hip it to the hip hop, you don't stop, rock it to the bang bang, boogie to up jump the boogie to the rhythm. That shit's not easy, man.
It's not, man.
That's that takes some real skill and cadence.
Absolute skill.
You can go and listen to the song right now. Try and follow along you won't be able to. You'll be lost so fast.
true.
So for some of these young artists that when they were young, like guys like LL, Rakim, I think what happened, why they suffered a gap when hip hop grew,
Right.
was because their styles didn't change at all.
Right.
Like Rakim had one style, and internal beef with the DJ and stuff like that that caused friction. But LL's Cool J style never evolved. Kool Moe Dee never evolved.
Right.
Like other styles stayed where they were born.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And hip hop took off in this crazy new way.
Right.
So it's cool to see now these artists come back and get the love.
And that's
they
what it
missed
is.
out on in the 90s and the 2000s.
Right.
And this weird kind of nostalgia.
They're getting this recognition that they didn't get before. But the more beautiful thing about it is that they're not changing their style nor the music.
Exactly.
Like
you what
when
they
you
are.
hear these 3 tracks,
Yeah.
it's stuff that doesn't, like, they're not conforming to what's now.
Yeah.
They're conforming to what they know.
And
just in modern times.
And Nas has been dropping music consistently.
Absolutely.
He hasn't stopped.
Ghostface, right?
And Ghostface is coming to Vancouver. He's going to be at Fortune very soon.
Oh, nice.
I actually have... I'm going to be in the studio on Sunday, and I'm recording the collab track that I have with Ghostface. So be on the lookout.
Absolutely.
Collab track with Ghostface, Killa, Stick It Dime, and Elite. That's on the way. I'm excited.
sounds fire.
I'm excited for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm shout outs to all the rappers, old school rappers who are coming back, because there's a space for you. And shout out to all the younger fans who are embracing them. Because if you guys don't embrace them, or you don't give it a chance at least, then the platform dies, right?
If Mick Jagger can perform at 307 years old,
and that's the thing,
then Chuck D can perform at 60, man. And Chuck D is killing it on stages.
And someone said that one time. They're like, this ageism only comes in hip hop. When it goes to rock and roll, these guys like the Eagles and Rolling Stones,
Def Leppard, all these motherfuckers are touring forever,
old,
man.
Yeah, what the hell? And they're on there, right?
Keith Richards is a corpse.
Right.
He's not even alive.
I don't even
and he's touring.
Ozzy Osbourne, before he's passed, was touring.
Oh,
right?
You know who else is putting out music? I don't know if you heard it yet. Big Boy. Big Boy dropping a new solo album. And the first single for this Big Boy track is crazy.
Big Boy from Outkast.
Big Boy from Outkast, yeah. Because he's been consistent with solo records.
Right. He has been.
He goes by the alias Sir Delicious Left Foot. He's got like a whole purple tape series too.
Right.
Dude, this guy, Big Boy, is so underappreciated.
Purple Ribbon All Stars. I remember that CD with Kryptonite.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and it's so unfortunate because like Andre 3000 is so great. And Big Boy is so great too. But there's a weird alien thing that Andre 3000 created for himself that overshadows Big Boy. And I hate that.
I think the lyrically what Andre did, it's become like folklore legend.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
especially the collabs. The collabs
like
that
even
Andre
now people put him in their top 5, but he hasn't even released a solo album. But he's done so much great work that it's like
he is in my top 5 lyricists of all time.
There you go. But see, Big Boy isn't, right?
Which is crazy. I hate that.
So you're the problem.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, I've always listened to Big Boy's music even when he went solo.
Big Boy's got a swag.
Oh yeah.
Big Boy's always got the fur and like he's always got this like a.
He's got great cadence.
He can rap.
He doesn't leave any space on the beat. Every single corner of the beat is it's
right.
Spectacular.
You know what it is? It's the Mobb Deep syndrome. You got two rappers who can rap, but one's just a little bit better.
Yeah, and Prodigy gets mythologized, whereas Havoc is like, oh, Havoc's dope, but P is like you know. But dude, P is I think it was I can't remember who said it, but someone said listening to Prodigy is like listening to a serial killer rap.
It really is.
And it feels like that.
Yep. The HNIC series, I mean, you don't get better than that.
R.I.P. man. One of the greatest fighters in hip-hop. There's too many R.I.Ps, man.
There is. And so that's it for me for news, but talking about RIPs, this is where it gets a little somber.
Yeah. So we lost an extended family member.
We did.
To the 90s Till Infinity family.
A brother from another mother.
Yeah, someone that we spent a lot of time with growing up.
Yes.
Someone that was really, really close to me and to my family and to you and your family.
Absolutely.
For decades. Someone that was there for, some of the most important parts of our lives. He was there when both of my kids were born. He was there at my wedding.
He was at my wedding.
At your wedding, my brother's wedding.
I just saw the video even a couple of weeks before, and I saw him in the background, and I was like, oh my god, he was there, and now he's unfortunately no longer with us.
Yeah, so he passed away, and shout out to Sham. We have Sham here, who's the older brother of the deceased, and we just want to take a moment of silence to honor someone that was near and dear to us, and. You can take this time to honor someone that's near and dear to you.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a moment of silence for that. We appreciate you tuning in for that.
Much love. Much love to the family. All our condolences go out to them. We have Sham, who's our bigger brother too.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna celebrate his life, man, and always remember him. And
he was a dude that lived life to the fullest.
Absolutely,
always came with the biggest, brightest energy, take up all the space in the room.
Yeah,
like if he's in a room, everyone's gonna know that he was in the room.
Real flossy guy. Always worked hard for what he wanted.
Yeah,
and he was really giving, and he was really he was just even to the younger kids, he wouldn't treat them like. Like show them away. Like he would give them respect.
And when you think about it, as far as a legacy to leave, that's a phenomenal legacy to leave. Because I talked to my kids, I asked my kids, what they thought about him, and all of their memories of him.
Absolutely.
There's not like it's not like they had 100 memories, but all the memories they have of him are great.
Exactly.
Like he was so kind, he was so giving, he bought us all the stuff and took us here. and to leave that kind of impact on people, I think it's very important.
Absolutely.
People remember you in fond ways. That's really all you can ask for in life.
He loved his family.
Yeah.
He loved his friends. I mean, his friends all came out. I haven't seen that big a group of a circle of friends
Of non-blood related.
right at an event like that. So that just shows how impactful he was.
Yeah.
So
it speaks to a really big issue that I think that in our communities we're really neglecting. And when I say our communities, I mean Indo-Fijian communities, I mean Indian communities, whether you're Punjabi or whatever your religious denomination is. I feel like with brown people, we have this real epidemic of brown men in their 30s and 40s passing away at ages that they should not be passing away at. And, there's a multitude of reasons that this happens.
Right.
Men in that age group are one of the highest rates of suicide out of any other group.
Right.
And I get it. A lot of it is self-inflicted. A lot of the problems that men carry are self-induced.
Right.
There are things that we do to ourselves to not allow ourselves to grow, not allow ourselves to develop mentally, emotionally, to be able to take care of the people around us in a healthy way,
right,
and take care of ourselves in a healthy way.
Yes.
And we don't really talk about those things open enough. And honestly, in the past, I would say from COVID onwards, I personally have lost a dozen people.
That's crazy.
A dozen men that are in the 30 to 50 age group.
Wow.
And none of the deaths were natural causes. And that's the part
that's really
and that's the part that hurts the most, because it just shows that as a community, we're not doing the right things by the people that are around us that we care about.
Right.
We're not reaching out, we're not connecting, we're not doing the messaging, we're not doing the 30-second DM on Instagram. We're not doing any of those things.
Yeah.
And it just means that we also have to be better.
Absolutely.
If we want better.
You gotta check in. You gotta look out for signs and sometimes people don't want to ask for help. Sometimes you gotta dig a little deep.
Men specifically.
We have our ego, we have our pride, but sometimes everybody needs help.
Everybody needs help, man.
But
that is like that sentence should be stapled everywhere.
Yes.
Everybody needs help. I don't care what situation you are in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So R.I.P.
R.I.P.
And to a fallen soldier, but not forgotten for sure, man.
Absolutely not. And and I think this is one of the reasons why we really made sure we did this episode this week,
right?
And focused on this album, because J. Cole's For Your Eyez Only is an album that is incredibly introspective.
It is
incredibly deep, and he talks about topics on this album that are a first in hip hop. Multiple times.
Right, okay.
And we'll get into it as we go through the tracks. But he's introduced ways of speaking to your emotions in hip hop that a lot of artists can't do.
Right.
And I totally agree. That's what makes this album special. But being your first time listening to it.
And that still kind of surprised me, because I was on Cole early. Like Simba days.
Right.
You remember Simba days?
Yeah.
When he didn't have the dreads.
When he had the little fade.
But then I kind of, when he got the dreads, then some of the albums were not as, so I kind of went in and out, but he was always on the radar.
Yeah.
Then kind of Drake took over, and then Kendrick came, and then, so it was kind of, and now of course they're the big three. But yeah, I can't believe that. I did not know any of the music. But before we get into it, it is Fun Fact Friday.
Yes.
I think it's Europe for Fun Fact Friday.
Yeah.
Because I did the last one.
And the Fun Fact Friday is
before we begin,
because it is in direct reference to this artist.
Oh, okay.
So between Forest Hill Drive, For Your Eyez Only, and KOD, they all share two specific things in common that only one other hip hop artist has done before him. Any idea what that might be?
So all three albums have two things in common.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And
that are extremely unique in hip hop.
And there's only one more artist that has done this feat?
Only two more artists that have done this feat.
I'm going to say it either has, if I was going to guess, it would either have to do with sales or the release date. They were all released at the same time or the same day.
So one of them is correct.
Okay.
So they've all gone platinum.
Okay.
And they all did it with no features.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh,
And that's
wow.
very
right. I
unique.
didn't. Okay. Yeah.
I think Pac did it.
Oh, so so I know this one doesn't have any credited features.
Yeah, yeah.
But the other two, no,
No features.
Wow, I never
All
knew
Cole.
that.
Yeah. That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
And who was the other artist to do it?
Jay-Z? No, not Jay-Z. I'm thinking Pac would have been the other artist to do it.
Well,
No, because Pac had collabs on Me Against the World.
I don't think Reasonable Doubt had any.
No.
Right?
No.
Did Reasonable Doubt have any collabs?
Really, yeah, Mary J. Blige.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Big.
The Black Album?
The Black Album had collabs. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm
Are you
thinking
sure the Black Album had collabs?
the Black Album had collabs. Yeah.
That's all free.
Yeah. I'm just thinking on the hooks, there were a couple of collabs. I can't think of it. And now I think that would make this feat a little more synonymous because
Yeah.
I don't think there's another artist that have had, because all of Kendrick's albums have collabs.
Right.
Yeah. So
Most, if not all, of Drake's albums have a collab of some sort.
yeah,
I'm just trying to think who.
I think that
Nas
might be-
albums.
for sure.
Oh wait, I know. I don't think Illmatic had any collabs.
Yes. AZ.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice
Like,
bitch.
the bitch and then you die.
Big Rock,
one.
world is yours.
Yeah.
Q-Tip, one love.
Yeah.
That's why it's crucial to have Sham in the house.
But
Fact check.
But are we talking about credited?
Credited features.
Right, credited right?
features.
Because there is a song on this album that has Ari Lennox in it, but it's
Yeah.
not credited.
Yeah.
So, right? What are
thinking-
we talking about here? Are we
Yeah.
talking about credited or we? So yeah, if you're not talking about credited, then yeah,
Yeah.
right, that's right.
And that's pretty impressive.
So that just shows he can just hold on his own.
Yes.
all the time.
Yep.
Right.
And I love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a great fun fact. There's gonna be a time where we're gonna say Fun Fact Friday brought to you by Kellogg's. We're not there yet, but it's gonna.
I know I'm the only one that smokes in this partnership, but if we had a weed sponsor, that would be dope.
That would be good.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Send me some free weed. And then listen, I get some of the best weed in the city, so it's not about quality, but it's nice to get
There you go.
some. It's nice to get paid. Get
Hey.
some cannabis.
Listen, the money doesn't hurt. Okay, so we're doing J. Cole. So the album is titled "For Your Eyez Only." Do you think he spelled the eyes EYEZ like Tupac did?
Yes.
Do you think there was a kind of a tribute or?
Oh yeah, I would say there's direct correlation for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so fourth studio album by J. Cole. Released December 9th, 2016 under Dreamville Records, which is his own label, Rock Nation and Interscope Records. This was Cole's first release with Interscope because his previous three albums were released under Columbia. So the distribution changed and he went over to Jimmy Iovine. So For Your Eyez Only was released 2 years after his previous album, which was Forest Hills Drive, which was, I think, probably my favorite Cole album.
Yeah.
Which was in 2014. The consensus of the album is it explores a variety of topics concerning the African American community, including mass incarceration, racial discrimination, gang violence, depression, love, and fatherhood. So there's a lot. It's a very deep album just by listening to kind of what they're talking about or what they've said. The album was supported by two official singles, Deja Vu and Neighbors. This is kind of crazy. All 10, so the album's got 10 tracks in total. All 10 songs debuted in the top 40 of the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like now, that's a little bit more common. If you're a Kendrick or a Drake, your whole
SZA,
album,
or
SZA, your whole album will more than even like a Justin Bieber. They'll all hit the singles. But 2016, that was still kind of
very impressive.
Yeah, that's super impressive.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then he achieved 12 simultaneous Hot 100 entries in a single
That's
week.
crazy. Holy shit.
J. Cole also released a 1 hour documentary titled the same, For Your Eyez Only, on HBO, featuring music from the album. He spoke about the documentary with the New York Times. And this is quote, he said, "I felt like it would be mad powerful for black people to see black people talking to each other. And you see a rapper who's considered one of the biggest in the game just listening. These are people that never get to be heard by the world or even by each other.
Jeez.
That lack of representation can lead to potentially catastrophic misunderstandings. Do you agree with that?
Oh,
Since
for sure.
you've obviously done a deeper dive on that.
For sure, yeah. I think it's crucial. Representation is massive, man, and seeing your representation in a positive light. And I think this is hopefully something that we can create amongst our people to show that, two Fijian people can come together and do something cool that they love.
Nice.
And hopefully contribute in the same way. But I think it's great, man. I think he's on point. He's he's a university graduate. He's very educated.
Very educated.
So he's been able to
smart
kind of
guy.
like expand his intellect, and he's traveled around the world.
I think he's an
basketball.
army kid too, right? Or army guy or something?
I don't know. I think he grew up on the south side. I know he was born in Germany or something like that.
Yeah. He's been around.
But he grew up on the south side
Yeah.
of Chicago, and he traveled playing basketball.
Yeah, right.
A lot, right?
Right.
He's actually a really good basketball player, man. Like, I follow the NBA, I follow the league. He's obviously not league ready.
No.
But he's definitely a solid G League player.
Yeah, and he I'm sure with the right thing or with the right practice, he probably could have made it on some level.
Oh, for sure.
He could have done like a masterpiece.
So he played internationally on a pro team.
Yeah, I remember
So he
that.
got paid to play basketball as a pro.
Was it a Greek team? Or
There was a Greek, no, there was an African team he played for, there's a Canadian team he played for.
oh, right.
Which is pretty impressive to me.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Did you ever see this documentary?
I feel like I have. I just
Okay.
don't remember.
That'd be interesting to watch.
Because
I'm
at
gonna
this
look into
time,
it.
my son was obsessed with Cole.
Right.
He still really loves Cole, but at this time, he was obsessed with Cole. Like,
Right.
Cole was that guy. So I remember Ty showed me everything that Cole did at that time.
So you mentioned that you had gone to the tour of this album.
Yeah, concert for this.
And what did you think?
Oh man, it was spectacular.
One of the best concerts you've been to?
Oh yeah, for sure. It would be in my top 5.
And how is he as a live performer?
He's spectacular as a live performer, and we were really lucky because that night, according to him, was the last night that he was going to be performing songs from Forest Hill Drive. So we got like a tour through Forest Hill Drive, and man, when that GOMD hit, oh my god, the arena fucking exploded.
And I'm sure it was sold out.
Yep, absolutely sold
Right.
out. He came out with the orange jumpsuit and performed in the middle with the crowd set up
that'd be
around
dope.
him.
That
It
would
was
be dope.
amazing.
That would be dope.
Amazing show.
So in regards to sales, the album debuted at number 1, obviously.
Makes
That's
sense.
no shocker on the U.S. Billboard Top 200, selling 492,000
Damn!
units. So he almost
He
went
gold out the
in
gates.
his first week, man.
Crazy.
And it was his 4th consecutive number 1 album.
Damn.
I mean, to have 4 albums from the get-go, all number 1, that's impressive, man.
Born Sinner? Is Born Sinner one of them?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
Forest
What a
Hill Drive,
run,
and then
man.
one more. I don't know the other one.
KOD would have
Yeah,
been
the
probably,
KOD,
yeah.
right.
And you know what I really love?
What's that?
How few tracks there are on the album.
It's very minimalistic,
Love it.
and that's how. If some of the other albums that reviewed, if they had done that, I think they would have gotten higher ratings.
Way higher.
They just saturated it with a lot of garbage.
Yes.
or
So
filler.
10 songs is fantastic.
It's perfect. Reception for the album was great. Most critics were praising his songwriting. Some calling it Cole's most mature album to date. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
2 songs, Everybody Dies and False Prophets, caused some controversy as many assumed that Everybody Dies contained shots at fellow rappers Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty.
That's from Everybody Dies is from Forest Hill Drive.
2
right?
rappers who I don't give 2 shits about.
Everybody Dies is from Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
What's the other song you mentioned?
Everybody Dies.
Yeah, and there's another song you mentioned?
False Prophets.
Yeah, both of them are from Forest Hills Drive.
Okay, so this is so Wiki screwed that up. Anyways, so the album as of right now has gone 2 times platinum.
Damn.
That's pretty good. So that's the album we're doing. I've never heard the album. I've never heard any of the songs for the album, which I was actually quite shocked about. But here we go. 10 tracks. Notable production was handled by J. Cole himself. Producer named Vinyls. Boy Wonder, who we all know, Canadian legend. Cardiac and Frank Dukes, who took the name from Bloodsport, and he's a Canadian producer as well. Okay, we'll start out with number 1. First track. Track number 1, not an intro. The song is titled "For Whom the Bell Tolls." Produced by J. Cole and Elijah Scarlett. It's an interlude length song. It's only 2 minutes, but it's a song.
Yes.
obviously J. Cole has a very raspy kind of a delivery, which is great. I found it obviously very soulful. He was kind of singing it, right? He was doing a little bit of a Drake, a little bit of a Kanye. The beat to me was very neo soul, jazz inspired. But I didn't like that to a start of an album because I'm from a different era where that is a little too slow for me.
Right.
Because I think the first track of any album
you want to smash you in the face.
You want to start feeling it, and I think this was kind of a little too slow for me. So I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
So I'm definitely on the opposite side of things. I feel like it set the tone for what he wanted this album to feel like for people.
Fair enough.
I really enjoyed the production. I feel like they did a lot of cool things.
Right.
The instrumentation was really, really high level. It was not a typical hip hop beat.
No, definitely not.
And when he did rap, it felt heavy, right? Because he goes, the bell's getting loud, ain't no way to hide, got nowhere to go, put away my pride, tired of feeling low, even when I'm high, ain't no way to live, do I want to die? I don't know. Like it's a really introspective take on being extremely successful and still not finding any happiness. Right.
Okay.
Like, so for me, that hit really, really hard. The only thing I don't like about it is it's too short.
Okay.
Like I wish there was a full rap verse in it.
So you really liked it?
I really enjoyed it. I think it set up the album really, really well.
Nice.
It got a 4 for me.
Nice. Okay. Track number 2, titled Immortal, produced by Cardiac, Frank Dukes, and Cole. I really like the beat. Now this is more of I feel like this should have been the intro track because it had more oomph to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really don't like the beat, and it to me the song felt like a Tupac tribute.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just the way it was rapped and I don't know, just the whole vibe of it. Felt like a Tupac tribute. I really liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Very nice. Yeah, this is obviously one of the songs I really liked on the album as well. Just pulling up the lyrics so I can, because I know there's some really
this is definitely one of my favorite albums from the album. One of my favorite tracks.
When he starts out verses like this, it's really exciting because you know he's gonna spit some shit. Like now I was barely 17 with a pocket full of hope, screaming dollar in the dream with my closet looking broke. You know you're gonna hear some shit from Cole for the rest of the verse. This is one of the songs in the album that is still in like rotation on some of my playlists. So this was a 5 for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I listen to this album, J. Cole is he is really a mixture of Kendrick and Drake at times.
And there's,
have you noticed that?
And there is a feeling of Pac in there.
There is.
Yeah.
But like you know how Kendrick he'll go with the highs and the lows with the ding right?
Yeah.
He does that
for sure.
But then he'll do the Drake singing part as well. So I feel like he's taken a little bit of both.
And I think the difference with Cole is he is the most MC out of all of them. Obviously Kendrick's an MC.
No, I agree.
Cole is the MC. And this, like, the hook is dope. We ain't gonna die, forward with the plot, 145. Like, the hook is dope.
I think he's the MC of the group, and I think Drake is the singer of the group. I think he's got the best singing voice from the three.
And Kendrick is the artist.
He's the artist, So you give it a 5.
Yeah, I got a 5 for me.
It's worthy for a 5.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
Okay, track number 3 titled Deja Vu's, right? This samples an old school song called Swing My Way. Do you remember that, KP?
Yeah.
It was part of the JD Social Death Bass All Stars.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a summer song.
Yeah.
It was dope. So they took that and they slowed it down. It also, even I don't know if you noticed, but that beat also reminds you of Freaking You from Jodeci. You know that. There's a little bit of that. They're like uptown kind of swing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so cool album. Track to sample. Produced by Vinyls, Boy Wonder, Cole, and Ron Gilmore. I like the beat. It's totally chill. To me, it was kind of a chill beat.
Yeah.
It gave me, and maybe I'm wrong, but it was almost like a hood romance vibe.
For sure.
Like a very poetic justice.
Yes.
Right?
I love
There's something about it,
this shit.
which I like, and I liked it, man. 4 out of 5 because if you wanna rizz up a girl, listen to this song.
Man.
This will give you some tips.
And again, this
because he does it in a very classy way.
This is Pac-esque.
Absolutely.
Right? When Pac had that song, Can You Get Away?
Yeah.
Were you trying to get at that girl?
Yeah.
And the way he's like putting it on the gentleman vibe.
Absolutely.
And Cole with the sometimes you worry about the things he can provide for you. Whenever you around, I seem to come alive for you. I finally recognize the feeling that's inside for you. Although I know you're man, and trust me, he would die for you. Like he's literally talking about her man, and he's cool with the guy too, but he still wants the girl.
Yeah.
I love tracks like this. I feel like when artists can write about this situation, like the trying to get the girl you want or love, and how a woman makes you feel. I feel
Or
like
potentially even take away.
yeah, I feel like when artists can espouse
Against the world.
or wax poetic on songs like this, it shows a different side of creativity. For me, that goes a long way in writing. Like if you could spit bars and then spit this romance shit like this.
That's tribute song.
It's special. I think this is one of the best songs on the album for me. This one gets a 5 for sure.
And I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Dude, the club drop your doors up all
I
top.
had to do it for him.
Cause you know you're about to do it with the block, put your motherfucking hood up. It's the that's just fire, man. When he hits that, that's crazy. It's a great song.
Great song. And let me just tell you, youngin, something. If your girl gets taken away from you, she was never yours in the beginning.
Ooh.
Just remember that.
That's some fucking bars. That's some OG bars right there. Take that shit to the grave.
Yeah.
Take it to the grave.
Yeet.
Damn.
Track number 4. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, because I had 2 thoughts on this. Now, it's spelled Ville, because obviously Dreamville.
Yeah.
But is it meant to be vile?
No.
No, it's meant to be Ville.
Ville.
Okay, thank you for
Yeah.
clarifying.
Representation.
So the song is titled Ville Mentality, which is an offset of Dreamville,
Yep.
which is Cole's record label and a movement.
And what they would call the neighborhood that they were in.
Right.
Yeah.
In North Carolina?
No, Chi-Town.
Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Another
He did spend time in Carolina.
Right.
Yeah.
Another heavily jazz influenced beat, in my opinion, produced by Gilmore, Elite, and Cole. So you can see the common denominator. Cole's involved in production, and he's one of those hybrid individuals who can actually he can rap, he can write, and he can produce.
Yeah. At a high level.
And I don't know if you remember, there was a rapper, Southern rapper. He's still around, by the name of. Oh shoot. The name will come to me, but he was the same. You don't see a lot of artists who can do all 3.
Yeah,
like
no,
that,
it's very rare.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
And again, at a high level, like he's one of the best.
At a high
at it.
level,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
So the title's called Ville Mentality. I liked it. It wasn't bad. The beat was a little too jazzy for me. Kind of reminded me of Guru's Jazzmatazz.
Okay.
Like he was getting that kind of feel.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Oh damn! I fucking love the song. The how long can I survive with this mentality? I think it's amazing. The writing in this is phenomenal, man. Like the storytelling is incredible. And I really like how he can use real bars in a real sing-song style. Like the first verse is all bars.
Right.
Trials and tribulation, I'm facing it. It's an age of information. I hate this shit. Hit my phone when they want some shit. Bitches hit my phone when they like. These are all hip hop bars.
Right.
But he's singing them in a way that makes it, at least for me, like it's really impressive how because he's always done this. He's always weaving in these intricate bars into these sing-song verses, and it's really funny because at the very, very end of the song, there's a little girl, right? That's
Yes.
I get mad, that's why my door, I go to my room. And when this album came out, me and my 2 kids had this album on repeat.
They enjoyed
over and over again, over and over again. We all knew the album almost word for word at one point. And Tia would always joke and say that this little girl was her.
Right.
I rapped this in the studio, and she would always say that. So every time I hear this song, it's a little bit of a nostalgia kick.
So it holds a special place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this song is. I think it kind of defines the album. Because this album, it feels like he's struggling mentally.
Right.
And this album and that song just encompasses the feeling for me. So that's a 5 for me.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So see this podcast is the real of the realist, because we're not agreeing on everything. We're giving you our points. Everything is perspective. And everything is perception. Everything is what you think of it. It's subjective is actually the word I'm looking for, right?
Yes.
One person's trash is another person's gold. You just don't know.
And I think it just shows the differences that we have between our hip hop styles.
Yes, definitely.
And this thing right here is a Cohiba cigar that came in this thing, and it's one of those dictator cigars, the extra long ones.
Yes.
And it has not ever been smoked. And
This cigar was actually ripped out of Manuel Noriega's hand.
out of his fingertips.
I had to pay extra for that.
Pulled out at the front pocket.
You'll still have some DNA.
And the thing is, I'm not feeling very well. You can tell my face is all puffy because I'm sick, but I still want to smoke this thing.
Would it be fair to say we could call you Puff Daddy? Because you are a dad and your face is puffy. I'm just saying what you're saying. P. Diddy, you know I got the keys to your city. Unlock the door. Rock the floor.
Swollen. My face is swollen.
So you're more of a swollen member. We can go all day.
I'll take that. I'll take the swollen member.
Shout out to swollen.
Mocha only.
That's right. That's right. All right, track number 5. So we're halfway through the album now. Song titled "She's Mine" Part 1. I got a spoken word vibe from it, kind of ish. A cappella type beat. It's a very minimal beat. Romantic tone. But like I said, it's I don't know what it is. It's this album. The songs, some of them just the songy, kind of not depressing, but like I get it, man. You're going through some stuff, but there's only so much of that I can hear. I got my own problems, J. Cole. I don't need to listen to a whole album of your problems. Entertain me, for God's sake. This ain't Simba. And I get it. I get what you're doing, and it's cute. But sometimes you gotta give me some hints, man.
So this is for his daughter.
I know.
So
and it's like I said, it's cute. But you could have just written her a letter and not had the song on there. Right? I don't need to hear about it.
So. Okay.
It's when it's a little too personal? This is a little too personal.
Let's just look at it from strictly a bars perspective, okay? Before we get into like the musicality of it, let's just get into the bars.
Right.
So he starts it off with, every time you go to sleep, you look like you in heaven. Plus the head game is stronger than a few Excedrin. You shine just like the patent leather on my new 11s. You read me like a book, like I'm the Bible, you the Reverend. Sorry, this one is not for his daughter.
The first one is the romantic.
The second one is for his daughter.
Right, the first one's for his girl.
And I want to take up all my days as a youth to you, exposing you to all my demons and the reasons that I'm this way. I would like to paint a picture, but it'll take more than a day. It would take more than some years to get all over all my fears. Preventing me from letting you see all of me perfectly clear. Like, this is some serious emotional clarity and lyrical complexity.
Well, so
very few artists will ever get to this level of songwriting and verse writing.
The bars are a 5 out of 5. Okay, the Excedrin reference, the Reverend. I remember listening to that going, whoa, that's high level.
Bars.
It's just,
but as a song, it doesn't do it for you. Right.
It's not the rapping. The rapping is, even the ones that I gave 2.5 and 3, the rapping is not the problem.
Yeah.
It's just
the song.
I'm not going to listen to it more than once.
Right.
I'm not going to listen to it in my car. I'm not going to listen to this in my. You're going to listen to this in your car?
I did a lot.
Would you now?
Yeah.
See, okay.
This song for me, the writing is phenomenal. The beat is a little too boring for me.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
So this for me feels more like an a cappella track because I just tuned out the beat.
Right.
But this one is a 4 for me.
Fair enough.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm eating and I'm talking.
It's funny.
Shout out to everybody who's fasting too.
Oh right, all the Muslims around the world.
Respect.
Rizzo right here is a practicing Muslim
for a month.
I love watching for the month.
Track number 6, Change. One of my favorite songs on the album. Featuring Ari Lennox. You know a little bit about Ari Lennox?
Oh, man, love.
Yeah, she's cool.
Ooh, she's so fly, man.
But it's not credited. She's not credited.
Her music
is like, it doesn't say featuring.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if listen to her music, but she's got some bangers.
Yeah, she's dope. So she's on the vocals. She kills it. The song was produced once again by Cole.
Yeah.
A guy named Elite and Gilmore. It's a very upbeat. See, now we're back in the mix. It's a very upbeat beat. Right?
It is, yeah.
It's a nice beat. It's a fun beat. This song reminds me of the title track of Tupac's "Me Against the World." You know the song "Me Against the World."
Yeah,
It has that vibe.
Yeah.
One of the I had to copy and paste his line. He goes, "Chosen religion, Jesus' peace frozen from sinning."
Sick.
Wow.
Sick.
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
And see, this is interesting because this song I don't like.
That's so weird.
This beat to me is corny. Like the beat, and I don't like Ari's part on this song either. And
Wow.
normally I really like Ari. I just
So you're just not a happy person.
I never liked the song. Even when the album dropped, this is one song I would skip. And it would drive the kids crazy. I'm like, I just don't like it. And it speaks to me. Like,
Why? Because it ruins the dark overtone of the album?
no, I just feel like the beat's a little corny. It's got a weird little flute in it. Like, I'm just not a fan of the beat and the sound of the beat.
I mean, Me Against the World, Tupac was a corny beat.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah. But I think what Pac did to it is genius.
Hey, you don't think this is genius?
Nah.
No? Okay, fair enough.
So this one this is probably the only song on the album that I skip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, all the content of the song, this should speak to me in a huge way.
That's true.
But it's like.
So does the beat
irritating.
ruin it for you?
The beat ruins it.
So what do you give it?
This is the 3 for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Track number 7 titled Neighbors. Another favorite of mine.
Based on a true story, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Interesting. Titled Neighbors. Track number 7 produced by Cole and Elite. Not this Elite. This guy, he spells his name with an E, and this man here spells it with an A.
Hopefully one day we'll be in a Cole feature too.
I got a very heavy 808 presence here with the bass.
Boom.
And Jake Cole does mess with the 808.
Oh,
from
big
time to
time.
No A&R. 808.
Sham in the background. I love it. Dropping signs.
A&R. Hell no. 808, baby.
I got a double time rapping feel.
I love it.
Right? A little
Love
bit
it.
more fast.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4 out of 5. I really liked it.
So this song is based on a true story about J. Cole having a place where he was recording, and the neighbors literally thought he was selling dope out of the house. So the music video is actually surveillance footage of his home being raided by law enforcement.
They raided his house.
Yeah.
Without any warrants or
Because
anything?
of all the neighbors that kept complaining about it. So this song is pretty intense. I remember when I first heard it and he was telling a story about it, I'm like, fuck, that's
insane.
That's fucked up. And I love the song. This is, the hook is super simple. Get the neighbor think I'm selling dope. Super simple. But man, dude, the shit that he said, he's so fucking smart, man. Yeah, I don't want to picture with the president. I just want to talk to the man. Speak for the boys in the bando. I'm never walking again. Apologize if I'm hopping again. Dude, this shit is crazy.
And the delivery.
Cadence is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Bar quality is amazing.
Absolutely.
This is Cole at his best. And he writes about exactly what happened in the situation.
I didn't realize
We
it.
go to the house back home in the South
I gotta listen to it again now.
Costa and for a king, right? And he's talking about how even though I have all these things, at the
Right.
end of the day, the neighbors think I'm selling dope. Right? I think it's genius. This is an absolute 5 for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Track number 8, folding clothes. Would you ever fold your ladies' clothes?
Absolutely.
You would, right?
Hell yeah. First of all, I think my lady's fly as fuck. And I think everything about her is fly. So why wouldn't her clothes be fly? I love being involved, man. It's dope.
I do all the laundry. But see, I don't really fold. I just kind of shove in the drawers.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I just
okay.
kinda, because
You make it disappear.
yeah. So I guess I do a form of it, but
That's what I do.
it's deserving. Heavy neo soul beat, in my opinion. Romantic
It's really good, by the
vibe.
way.
It's good, yeah. It's good, yeah.
It takes some
It smells good.
undercurrent of
It
blackberry.
smells really good.
And I would share it, but I'm sick and I want to fuck you up.
It's got a romantic vibe, of course.
Yeah.
Produced by Cole, Steve Lacy, who's actually an artist.
Yeah,
too.
Steve Lacy's dope, man.
Yeah.
My kids put me on Lacy.
So it's funny because you see his name here now, but
Yeah.
he
was a
blew up
nobody back then.
He only blew up a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I liked it. It wasn't bad. J. Cole, I want to say, and with all respect, he's a bit of a simp. Like it's a little too much, J. Cole.
Okay, now here's the thing. I am this, I am this guy.
I mean, what does your girl do then?
Okay,
she's there all day, just do nothing. You're folding clothes, you're cooking, you're rapping. Like, what is she doing?
Okay,
I get it. We all love, but come on, man.
I am this dude. I am the same mentality as
Yeah, but
Cole.
You're not a simp.
So it's so funny because obviously, when you're with somebody you really care about, you want to do things to make them happy, and obviously with reciprocation. Mm-hmm. But this is a first in hip hop. This song is a first, where the whole song he's talking about domestic duties. It's very impressive.
I didn't even think about that.
That's true. Very impressive. It's very grown up.
It's very mature, no question about it.
And the beat is dope. Like, I really enjoyed the song when it first came out. And it's crazy because the hook is, I want to fold clothes for you. I want to make you feel good. And there's so many men out there that hear something like this and are, solid dudes that go and do 9 to 5 and want to take care of their girl and hear this. And this is like an anthem now.
Yeah.
And the fact that the song is called Folding Clothes.
Yeah.
This song's called Change Clothes.
Yes, it's funny because I was thinking about that. Jay-Z.
But this...
And that has nothing to do with changing clothes. Not really.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Hot supermodels.
And I've always really loved this song. I love the feeling of it. I love what he did with it.
Right.
This one's an absolute 5 for me.
I listen. I love the concept. I love doing nice things for my wife. But come on, man. I mean, maybe I'm old school, man. But this. Enough of that lovey-dovey shit, man. You gotta
Jodeci was in the desert wearing leather.
Right.
Saying, baby, I'm begging, baby. They were begging in the desert wearing black leather.
But see, that's R&B, man. That's all we want from that. That shouldn't be... You're crossing over to hip-hop. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. But no, I get it. You know what? It's a sweet song.
It's very sweet.
But just to all the players out there, don't be too much. Don't start folding clothes all the time because that's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be the folding clothes guy, and then your chick's gonna cheat on you because you'll be like, "This guy's too soft. All he's doing is folding clothes." I need more than that. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll make a song called "Ironing Clothes." How about that? I'm pretty good at ironing. Like, where does it stop? Starching clothes.
Stitching clothes.
You know what I mean? It doesn't end here. Anyways, shout outs to J. Cole. It's all out of respect, like I said. Track number 9, She's Mine Part 2. Now this is exactly like She's Mine Part 1, same beat, but now we're talking about the daughter.
Yes.
The first song was about, the first part was about his girl. Now we're talking about his daughter. A little bit more, I wouldn't say more heartfelt, but you don't see a lot of rappers having songs about their daughter.
Not this way.
Yeah, right.
Eminem had one.
Which is beautiful. Yeah, Eminem had one.
Mockingbird.
Right.
Which is really dark.
Yeah.
But that's in line.
I guess that'd be pretty close. Yeah. Once again, it's the same beat, so this spoken word vibe, acapella beat, tribute to his kid. It's sweet, but once again, it's sweet. Do I need to hear it on an album? I mean, you could have just gone to your kid's room and just said all that. I didn't need to hear it on the album. I guess I knew you're leaving a legacy. She's going to grow up and she's going to listen to him. Oh my God, my dad made a song about me. It's great. You know what I mean? It's like, I get it. Logistically, it's great. But as a listener, I don't give a shit about your kid. I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, even Dear Mama, like, you could relate to that because... It was
everyone's got a mom.
Everybody's right.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, if you have a kid, that's great. I can respect that. I love kids, but I don't know if I'm making a song about them. You know what I mean? But I get it. I get what he's doing. It's cute, but
and again, as a father that has a daughter, this song hits
very different for you.
And now let's just look at it from a lyrics perspective.
Okay.
If go ask me how I did the shit. I'm going to do a humble step, act like I meant the shit. That's the ego taking credit for what God made. Fuck this album shit. Hey mama, look what God made. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So the sophistication, again, is there. He doesn't miss with the bars.
Yeah.
He makes sure that even though he's giving you something from the heart that's emotional, that's reaching his core, the bar quality is still...
You're not wrong, though.
Like,
the rapping is phenomenal.
Yeah, the rapping is incredible. Again, for me, this is one of those where I wish it had another verse.
Right.
Because the verse is amazing, but it's just one verse. But yeah, I love this one. This one is a 4 for me for sure.
Would you ever do a rap about your daughter?
I've written a lot of verses about my daughter and my son. I've written verses about both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would ever. See, the thing is,
even you wouldn't put it on.
well,
an
the thing
album.
is, it's hard to make it a good song.
But you agree with me. You wouldn't put it on an album.
I would only put it on an album if I could make it a good song.
Right.
But if I couldn't make it, because the thing is, this is not a song, right? This is more
It's
of
more
like
like
it's more like a little ballad.
It's like a love letter.
Yeah, it's like a love letter with
it's an emotional.
Yeah, so I've done this on albums.
tribute to
I've
your
done spoken
daughter.
word on albums. So
Right.
that's the thing. But to make it a good song is really hard, and then that's where M's songwriting ability stands out.
Stands
Because
out.
Mockingbird's like an actual good song, right?
It's a good song.
So
Okay, yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5. And then we're at the final track of the album, self-titled "For Your Eyez Only," produced by Cole Elite, Childish Major. It's a very soulful beat, but it's a very boring beat. It's so boring that I wanted to gouge my eyes out. Because you get to a point where the beats are just so... It's very nonchalant, and it doesn't do justice for his rapping. And I think that's what I have a problem with the album. Because the rapping is so top tier, and the music, I understand he has to make it that way because of what he's saying. You can't just put party beats on those kind of songs, or you can't put trap beats. But give me something, man. And this ain't it. But the rapping's on point. The message is great. I get it. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
So this I actually didn't mind the beat as much. I mean, being that it's an 8.5 minute song,
It's a long song.
It's a long song. It is cool because he's talking about his friend. He's talking to his friend's daughter.
Yes.
The dad had passed away, and he's talking about how he's gonna try and be there for her and do whatever he can to make sure that she's
Right.
got everything she needs in life and stuff.
Right.
So I've always really liked the song. The storytelling is amazing.
This is a true story, right?
True story.
Yeah.
Yeah. The storytelling is amazing. I feel like there's not many artists that can take these kind of instances in their lives and make them into like full songs. Like I
Right.
think this song is like Jay-Z song Cry. Like I feel like that's what this is for Cole.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, and the thing is like song Cry is not for everybody. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of that song, but my son Ty, that's his favorite Jay-Z song.
Right.
So
It's kind of like an Eminem stand.
Yeah.
Like
for
you're
sure.
talking about, something that's...
Yes.
Yeah, storytelling is phenomenal, right? So this song has always been one of the songs I liked. It capped off the album in a really great way. He performed the whole thing at his concert, the whole 8.5
Oh, wow.
the whole thing, amazingly done.
To do a song, a rap especially, in a POV kind of form, and you're talking from two angles, that's not easy. So the complexity of the song is great. It's just the song for me doesn't...
So I feel like so far,
You know what I mean?
conceptually,
Right.
you enjoy the album,
Right.
but musically, it did not hit at all.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, so that's I think that's fair because this. I mean, I feel
And
like
then you mentioned too, some of the beats were boring.
Yeah.
You said that.
And I feel like-
And that's the vibe I got.
I feel like for a lot of people, 444 may have gone the same route.
It did.
For them?
It absolutely did. It absolutely
Even
did.
though for me, 444 is the fucking
I love the album.
beautiful catalog of music for Jay. Like one of his better albums,
I mean,
for sure.
the meaning and the delivery of what he was trying to say was phenomenal. But am I going to listen to songs from 444 in my car? No, I'm not.
Ever?
I'm just not. Story of OJ. That's probably going to be the closest you're going to get. It's just because it just doesn't. It's if I'm in that mode.
Yeah.
If I'm in that mode where
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to listen to those type of songs.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna
I feel like the introspection set the bar for Cole in a way here. That kind of moved him beyond just a rapper. And
So what does he evolve to?
I feel like he's evolved to like, because the thing is, he never put his music in for Grammy consideration. Right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He never submitted his music.
Why
so
not?
he just never cared for that validation. Like that didn't mean anything to him.
I'm sure he would have won.
He's not an awards guy. He's never been an awards guy.
That's true.
He
I've never
definitely
seen-
would. He definitely would have Grammys.
I never see him.
If he ever did, but yeah,
He doesn't really care about materialistic
Could
or
give
like
a
the
fuck.
like the success of what he's had. He's never really cared about it.
Dude just did a little bike rally where he got a bunch of people to ride their bikes with him.
Yeah.
Like he pops up at parks
Yeah.
with fans,
Yeah, I
giving
see
out
that.
his music and shit.
He
Like
was just driving a Honda Civic in Atlanta.
that broke down.
Yeah.
You know, like Cole does stuff that's way more human than most artists do. Like he's still a person.
Right. Right.
And that's
no. He's probably the most. He's probably one of the biggest stars in hip hop who's the most relatable.
and super humble.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like he
doesn't do a lot of interviews.
He breaks bread with fans, which is why that piece with Nardwuar is so much more exceptional.
When he does interviews, he always does it with people that he knows are genuine.
And are going to handle
He doesn't really care about the big scope of where he's at.
You'll never see him on Drink Champs.
No.
he doesn't need to do that.
That's true.
But the fact that he was selling his new album out of his trunk for $1 a CD is fucking brilliant marketing.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that make him more special than a lot of other artists out there. This song, for me, is a great way to cap off the album. This is a 5 for me, for sure.
Nice. I gave it a 3. So that's it. That's the album in its entirety. I'm glad I got to listen to it. So Reefer, aka Elite, he's got a lot of monikers. He recommended this album. Why this album specifically from J. Cole?
You know, it's weird because like
Because it hit you. Because you have a lot of. There's a different attachment to it with your kids.
yeah. So when the album first,
Because he's got a big catalog.
so he
could've
just
picked
dropped
any
his
album.
most recent album,
Correct.
The Fall Off.
Yes.
Which I'm still digesting because it's pretty.
Me too.
Pretty
And it's
complex.
not bad.
It's pretty complex. It's pretty heavy. There's a lot of material in there that I have to revisit and re-listen to.
Yes.
But when I was thinking about him dropping that album, thinking, man, what album really stands out? And the reason I said For Your Eyez Only is because of how much it relates to what's happening in our lives right now
Right.
with losing people and
Fair
why
enough.
the circumstances we're losing people. And at this point, we hadn't lost this family member, right?
Right.
This hadn't happened. So
That's
there were
true.
other things on my mind contributing to that piece.
Right.
And it just felt like it was the right time to talk about it. And then adding this on top of For Your Eyez Only,
That
for
makes
me,
sense.
it just made it like... It just made it hit real deep. Because I remember the moment this album came out, because... we were huge. I mean, we still are really big Cole fans.
Yeah.
This is one of those Black Album experiences for me as an album.
Fair
like the
enough.
first time you hear it, just like, oh my god, I can't believe how good it is. Play it again.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, at one point, me, Ty, and Tia, we knew this album word for word.
Right.
1 song, 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Right.
So it holds a special.
It definitely holds a special place
Yeah.
in my heart. It holds a special place in our music catalog.
Right.
There's things that are funny from here that we still make inside jokes about, and those things are because of like the adult approach to the content.
Right.
Like he approached
Right.
this album like a grown man,
He does.
and let me tell you what's on my mind as a grown man, and I think he delivered it in a way that very few artists can deliver.
That's true. And you know what? I'll give him credit. The album can really make some of you macho men out there feel a little bit more.
Yeah.
And be a little bit more present and be a better partner.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's okay to be a little vulnerable. It's okay to do nice things for your partner, for your wife, for your girlfriend, or whatever. It's okay to do stuff like that. This barbaric notion of the woman does everything. Like that's
Don't be a sucker.
we don't live in that
Don't
world.
be a sucker.
So he's kind of making it cool in a way, right?
So yeah, and that's the great
it's a
thing.
very Love Jones-y kind of vibe, right?
And it is. And it's also, like you said, it's a good reminder for people on how to treat the person in your life.
Yeah.
And because of who he is and his position,
Right.
as one of the arguably one of the greatest of this era,
Right.
for him to show this side of himself to the world, not worrying about, oh, am I going to look cool? Is it
Right.
going to diminish my gangster? Am I not going to be as fly anymore? Not giving a fuck about any of those things.
Right.
Because he knows that the quality of the music is means so much more than what people are going to think about it. Right?
Yeah.
And I think in that way, he achieved exactly what he wanted to.
That's really refreshing, and it's probably very freeing for him to do that.
For sure.
Because he doesn't care.
And because then moving forward, there's no holds barred, right?
Right.
No topic is off limits.
Right.
And then he followed this album up with KOD, which is just banger after banger after banger. It's crazy. KOD's crazy.
So this is his 4th album. KOD is his 5th. How many more came after that?
There was one more after that.
Actual studio album?
Yeah, there was one more full. Why do I always forget the name of that? It's not a good album. And then there's The Fall Off, which is the most
So we're at
recent.
7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of 7,
Yeah.
you being a really in-depth Cole fan,
Yeah.
compared to me, where would you rank this album?
This would probably
in the seven.
this is the top three. I think Forest Hill Drives is the best product
That's
Cole's put out.
in my opinion.
And then KOD and For Your Eyez Only are back and forth.
So a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah. Our overall score for the album. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
I was debating to give it a 3 or 3.5, but like I said, the rapping was on point.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics were great. Just musically, didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, but still not a bad album at all. I found some songs that I like that I'm gonna add to my playlist, so that's great. But yeah, 3.5.
Interestingly, before I listened to the album, in my mind I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a 5.
Right.
Because what I remember feeling.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, it's a 5.
It's different for you. Yeah.
But then I went through the album, and there's a couple things that I would have done differently. There's a couple of songs that I'm like, I wish they would have did this, did that. And then changes reminded me that I really didn't like that. And I can't give it a 5 if there's songs I really don't like on the album.
I mean, that's fair.
So overall, the album gets a 4 for me.
Okay.
It doesn't take away any of the quality of the album overall, because songs like Ville Mentality,
right.
And Deja Vu are a couple of my favorite songs.
Right.
So.
Still a solid score.
Yeah, solid score. I think.
Do you feel bad that you gave him a 4?
Yeah,
it
feels a little bad because I remember the impact these songs had on me when they came out, and obviously as time passes, so much more music comes out.
Right.
You different place in your life. You go back and listen, like, okay, it's still a great song.
Right.
But it's not what I felt at that time.
Right.
Right. So that's why it gets a 4. But overall, I really enjoyed revisiting this album. I think this is a great reminder of the sophistication of hip hop.
Yes.
The sophistication of J. Cole as an artist, and now hip hop is one of the few mediums, one of the few art forms, one of the few forms of music where you can really just talk about anything.
Yeah.
Any aspect of your life
That's true.
that whatever's affecting you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, hip hop is one of those things that you can talk about. And I don't mean, I'm sitting in my car drinking my beer, can't find my dog. I don't mean country. I don't mean that nonsense. I mean with a sophistication in your writing.
Right.
And this is like a PhD in writing.
It is.
The themes,
it really is.
the thematic quality, how he builds the songs, where he takes you. It's one of lyrically one of the 5-star albums. But overall, because of the slips,
a 4.
It's a 4.
So that's it. 3.5 and 4. So we're not too far off ultimately at the end.
Yeah, overall.
Crossroads. We met.
Overall.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So make sure you do the subscribe. Make sure you hit the links.
Yes.
It is going to be its_high phrase on Instagram and on TikTok, which is great. We appreciate you checking into the TikToks.
Yes. Shout out to everybody who's viewing.
Make sure you hit the subscribe and the follow. Keep the comments coming. We love replying to the comments. I'm not one of those dudes that just lets it sit there. If you engage, we'll make sure that we engage with y'all too.
Absolutely.
You can find me on social media on this_is_ALITE. This Sunday, I'm going to be in the studio and putting out some footage that's going to have me doing this collab with one of the Wu-Tang's greatest members, Ghostface Killah. So I'm excited to show y'all some of that. Make sure you hit the follows on the page, the subscribes, and hopefully the next episode we do, the song will be ready to go. And maybe we'll use that as our intro music.
I like it.
Because I've been thinking, what do we use as intro music?
That'd be perfect.
And because we'll own the rights to the music.
Yes, it's your song.
YouTube won't flag us for it. And then that way we can do that. Because we don't have any intro music yet. And I know that's important to have the episode jump off in like an entertaining way.
It seems like the right thing to do.
It only seems like the right thing to do. So that's what we're going to do. If you have any suggestions, make sure you throw them in the comments as well. And once again, we appreciate you watching.
Yes.
Next episode in hopefully 2 weeks' time.
Yep.
And if you have suggestions of what album you want us to talk about,
hit us up.
Throw in the DMs. I am more than ready for the suggestions. I would tell you to follow Rizzo on social media, but he doesn't give a fuck about y'all. So that way, he's not going to be on social media for you to see him. Let me repeat. He doesn't give a fuck about y'all. He doesn't give a fuck about showing himself off.
What's that Tupac line from Juice? That's kind of where I'm at.
Where he confronts Omar Epps at the locker.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Fuck about Raheem.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about myself.
Because I ain't shit.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna be shit.
Right.
But the day I realized that you ain't shit.
Bang. So there you go. So that's how I feel.
And a great way to end the episode.
Really
Thank you for watching, y'all. It's Elite.
Riz HHC.
Shine and Shade in the house. Woo. Peace.